The year was 2025. The sun shone brightly on a sunny January morning, but in the United States, the atmosphere was tense. After years of political polarization and scandals that shook the film industry, an unexpected decision by President Donald Trump sparked a wave of debates and intense emotions. He had appointed 3 cinematic icons as special ambassadors for Hollywood: Mel Gibson, Sylvester Stallone, and Jon Voight. The news surprised everyone. For some, it was a bold attempt by Trump to reconnect with the entertainment world, which frequently criticized him. For others, it was a symbolic move toward reunification in a divided country. Regardless of intentions, the mission was clear: to bring Hollywood back, not just as the capital of cinema, but as a beacon of hope, creativity, and unity. But before we continue, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Mel Gibson was the first to react. Known both for his remarkable performances and personal controversies, he accepted the appointment with a brief statement: "Cinema has always been my way of healing the world. If I can do something to help Hollywood remember its soul, I will." Sylvester Stallone, on the other hand, brought a more optimistic tone. "Hollywood is about fighting for the impossible. If anyone knows that, it's me. Let's win this battle together." Jon Voight, Angelina Jolie's father and a fervent Trump supporter, saw the appointment as an opportunity to restore the patriotic essence of American cinema. Hollywood needs to remember its role in telling stories that elevate humanity. "I'm honored to be part of this." Despite their differences, the 3 men agreed on one thing: the mission would not be easy. Hollywood was fragmented, with producers, actors, and directors divided by political, social, and economic issues. Blockbuster hits were becoming increasingly rare, and the global audience, which once revered American cinema, was now seeking alternatives in other industries, such as Bollywood and South Korean cinema. The 3 ambassadors began meeting with influential industry leaders. Mel Gibson organized a summit with directors and screenwriters, encouraging them to tell more authentic and diverse stories. He insisted that cinema needed to reconnect with everyday audiences. People want to see themselves on screen. They want real stories, with true emotion. Stallone, with his hands-on approach and fighter spirit, launched an initiative called Films for All, which provided funding for independent and accessible projects. He personally mentored young filmmakers, often taking them on long walks where he shared his wisdom on perseverance. Meanwhile, Jon Voight focused on fostering dialogue between different generations in Hollywood. He hosted dinners and open discussions, inviting both veteran stars and new talent to debate the industry's future. His constant refrain was, "Hollywood needs to be more than just entertainment. We must be a force of inspiration." Despite their efforts, the resistance was immediate and fierce. Many in the industry viewed the appointments as an attempt by Trump to influence cultural narratives. Protests erupted outside studios, and hashtags like #ResistTrumpCinema gained traction on social media. Angelina Jolie, Jon Voight's daughter, found herself in a complicated position. Although she had a distant relationship with her father, the appointment thrust the family into the spotlight. In interviews, she refrained from taking a clear side but encouraged dialogue. "Cinema has always been a bridge between differences. I hope we can find ways to unite." The pressure reached a boiling point when a group of actors and directors organized a boycott of an event led by Stallone. However, Stallone, as determined as ever, used the opportunity to deliver an emotional speech. "I know what it's like to be an underdog. I know what it's like to be ignored. But what matters is not what others say about us. It's what we do with our chances." The speech was broadcast live and went viral, winning over both fans and critics. Over the months, the ambassadors' efforts began to bear fruit. One of the first successes came from a project funded by Stallone's initiative, an independent film called Shared Roots. The story, centered on a rural community facing economic devastation, touched the hearts of millions of Americans. It was praised for its humanity and sincerity. Mel Gibson directed a historical epic called Unbreakable Horizon, which brought together a diverse cast and addressed themes of courage and sacrifice. The film won international awards and proved that Hollywood could still move and inspire audiences. Jon Voight, in turn, successfully mediated an agreement between major studios and streaming platforms, ensuring greater transparency and better conditions for creators. He was also instrumental in establishing a fund to support independent theaters at risk of closure. The turning point came at an annual event called Night of Stories, where actors, directors, and screenwriters shared personal experiences about how cinema had impacted their lives. Angelina Jolie made a surprise appearance and shared a heartfelt memory about how cinema helped her understand the complexity of her relationship with her father. At the end of the night, Mel Gibson, Stallone, and Voight took the stage together. In a joint speech, they emphasized the importance of setting differences aside to create something greater. This isn't about politics or ideology. It's about stories. Stories that connect us, challenge us, and heal us, said Gibson, his voice filled with emotion. Despite the initial criticisms, the mission of the three ambassadors left a lasting impact. Hollywood began to rise again, focusing less on divisions and more on its true essence. Telling stories that brought people together. While many still debated the motivations behind the appointments, few could deny that Mel Gibson, Sylvester Stallone, and Jon Voight had left a significant mark on the heart of American cinema. And so, Hollywood began to shine once more. Not just as an entertainment machine but as a beacon of hope, creativity, and unity. Here's the translation. And now it's your turn. Cinema has the power to transform lives. What is your opinion? Which movie from these talented actors has marked your life the most? And would you like to share with the world? I hope you liked today's story. Until the next video.